my girlfriend announced. "I've decided we're having an open relationship," without discussing it first. I said that's perfect timing. What her sister told her the next day about who I'd been seeing would made her rethink everything. 29 male, was sitting on the couch last Thursday night, scrolling through my phone after dinner. My girlfriend Zoe of 4 years walks in and sits down across from me, not next to me, which should have been my first clue, and drops a bomb. So, I've decided we're having an open relationship. Not, I want to discuss, not, what do you think about, just a straight-up declaration, like she was announcing she'd chosen pizza for dinner. I looked up from my phone. "You've decided?" "Yeah," she said, avoiding eye contact. "I've been thinking about it for a while. We're young, we should explore, experience other people. It's healthy. And when did you decide this?" I asked, my voice dangerously calm. "Does it matter? I'm telling you now." I leaned back, processing. For years together, 2 of them living in this apartment, and she unilaterally decides to change the entire foundation of our relationship. "Okay," I said. She blinked, thrown off. "Okay. Yeah," I replied, a slow smile spreading across my face. "That's actually perfect timing." Her face did a weird twitchy thing. "Perfect timing?" "Yeah," I said. "Cassidy from the coffee shop has been asking me out for months. I've been turning her down because, I had a girlfriend. But if we're open now..." Zoe's mouth opened and closed like a fish. "Cassidy? The barista with the tattoos?" "Yeah, she's really cool. Plays bass in a band. 2. I always said I was taken, but now I'm not. Well, not exclusively." The silence in the room was thick. I could practically see the gears grinding in her head as her brilliant plan began to crumble before it even started. "I mean, we should have rules," she finally stammered. "Sure," I said. "What kind of rules?" "Like, we tell each other everything, and no catching feelings. And, I don't know, I haven't thought about all the details yet. Maybe you should have thought about them before deciding for both of us." I said, getting up. She started pacing. "You're being really calm about this." "Should I not be? This is what you want, right?" "Yes. Yes, it is." "Cool. Then we're good. I'll probably ask Cassidy out tomorrow." "Tomorrow? Why wait?" I shrugged. "We're open now, right?" She stomped off the bedroom and slammed the door. I could hear her frantically talking on the phone, probably to her sister Chloe. Whatever. She made her bed. Now we both get to lie in it. With other people, apparently. The next morning, I did exactly what I said I would. I went to the coffee shop, and when Cassidy asked how my morning was, I told her, "Actually, pretty interesting. My girlfriend decided we're in an open relationship now." She raised an eyebrow. "Decided?" "Just like that." "Just like that," I confirmed. She leaned on the counter. "So, does that mean you're available?" "Apparently so. Want to grab drinks tonight? My band's playing at the Rosewood Bar." "I'd love to," I said. When I got home that evening, Zoe was in full glam, getting ready to go out. "Meeting someone?" I asked. "Yeah," she said, a little smugly. "Cool. Me too. Cassidy's band is playing." She froze, her lipstick halfway to her mouth. "Already? The barista?" "The musician," I corrected. "Whatever. Have fun." "You too." She thought this would be a one-way street, where she could explore while I sat at home like a loyal puppy. She was wrong. The next morning was awkward. We both got home around the same time. Separately. My night with Cassidy had been amazing. Her band was great, and we talked until 3 a.m. Zoe just looked tired. Sunday dinner at her parents' was even more interesting. She was overly affectionate, clinging to my arm, trying to project the image of a perfect couple. Her sister, Chloe, however, kept giving us weird looks. On Monday, things exploded. I was at work when I got a text from Chloe. "Were you at Brewster's Steakhouse last night?" I told her yes, with a redhead named Cassidy. "Dude," she replied, "that's Heather's daughter." "Heather? As in Heather Martinez." Zoe's regional manager. Her boss, Chloe, it turned out, had been there with her boyfriend and seen us. Does Zoe know you're dating her boss's daughter? Chloe texted, we're in an open relationship. I replied, it was Zoe's decision. An hour later, my phone combusted. A firestorm of texts from Zoe. Cassidy is Heather's daughter. You knew this. You have to stop seeing her now. This isn't what I meant. You're doing this to hurt me. I sent back one text. At work, we can talk tonight about the rules you forgot to make. When I got home, she was pacing like a caged animal. You have to stop seeing her, she screamed. Why? I asked calmly. Because she's my boss's daughter. So, we're in an open relationship. Your decision. I'm just going with it. Not with her. You can't retroactively add rules now, Zoe. That's when the truth came out. She screamed, she cried, she confessed. She had been talking to some guy from her gym, Dimitri, for weeks. She thought announcing the open relationship would give her a guilt-free pass to test the waters with him, while keeping me as her stable backup plan. She never, ever thought I would actually date someone, especially not immediately, and certainly not someone who could complicate her life so spectacularly. So this whole thing was just so you could cheat with permission? I asked, it's not cheating if we're open, she sobbed. But it would have been cheating for the past few weeks when you were already flirting with him? Silence. I packed a bag and went to my friend's place. The entitlement that followed was nuclear. Zoe tried to have my name removed from our lease, telling the landlord I had abandoned the apartment. She stalked Cassidy at the coffee shop. She showed up at my work. She even confronted us at a restaurant with Dimitri in tow. But her plan continued to backfire. Chloe, her own sister, told me the whole story. Zoe had been crushing on Dimitri since January and cooked up the entire open relationship scheme to pursue him risk-free. I also had a very interesting coffee meeting with Heather, Zoe's boss, and Cassidy's mom. It turns out Zoe's work performance had been tanking for months. She was constantly on personal calls, creating drama, and had even tried to file an HR complaint against Heather for creating a hostile work environment by allowing her daughter to date me. My moving day was the final act. I brought my friends to get my things. Zoe had put sticky notes on everything she considered hers, including my PlayStation because she used it for Netflix. While packing, I found a box of cards and receipts from Dimitri, dating back months. She had been emotionally and financially cheating for far longer than she admitted. On Monday, Zoe was fired, not because of me or Cassidy, but for calling in sick and then posting Instagram stories from a spa day with Dimitri. She blew up my phone, blaming me, blaming Cassidy, blaming Heather, blaming everyone but herself. But the best part? The reason she wanted the open relationship in the first place? Dimitri? Turns out he thought open meant open for both of them. She found him on Tinder, and when she confronted him, he just laughed and said, "Babe, I thought we weren't exclusive? This is what you wanted, right?" He left her a week later. In the span of 2 weeks, she went from having a stable 4-year relationship, a good job, and a nice apartment to being single, unemployed, and moving back in with her parents. Cassidy and I are taking things slow, but it's good. It's healthy. It's real. My new apartment is smaller, but it's peaceful. No drama, no manipulation, no surprise announcements about our relationship status. She wanted to have her cake, and eat it too. She just didn't expect me to take my half of the bakery with me when I left.